Client screaming out in pain at the Judge Rotenberg Center, and he is tied down and shocked for hours. FOX Undercover bringing you the exclusive video as it's played in court during a civil lawsuit filed against the center by the former client. Investigative reporter Mike Beaudet is here with us this morning to talk more about this case. And Mike, this is the video that the Judge Rotenberg Center didn't want out in the public eye, right?
They didn't want it out there at all. In fact, they got it sealed by court order 8 years ago, so it couldn't be released. And then even yesterday in court, our camera was set up. We knew it was going to be played, and the center's attorney, again, the attorneys argued that don't let this camera record it. The judge said, no, this is an open court, and the camera can record it. And now, finally, despite their efforts to keep it hidden, to keep it secret, the video's out there.
You've been investigating this case for over a year now. What can you tell us about the young man in the video, Andre McCollins?
Andre McCollins, he was 18 years old at the time. He had been in a number of centers. And what's interesting here is that the mother testified yesterday in court that the reason she went to the Rotenberg Center is because she felt comfortable with all the cameras. There's cameras everywhere in there, as we can see in the video, the camera capturing him there. And he had some issues at a previous center, so she's felt comfortable going there. But he does have both behavioral and mental issues, and that's why he ended up going to the center.
Judge Rotenberg Center has been carrying out these kind of shock treatments for years now, and that in and of itself has been controversial for years, too.
Very controversial, and it's also interesting that the jury isn't going to get all the information out there. If you recall, the center's founder, Matthew Israel, was indicted by the Attorney General's office a couple of years back. Why? Well, because the center erased video, allegedly, of a case that was being investigated. So again, talking about this video that they apparently didn't want out there in that case, either the AG's office in that case agreed not to prosecute if Dr. Israel stepped down.
Mother's calling this torture. The Rotenberg Center says, no, this is treatment. But that's kind of a wide range of definitions there.
It is, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in court, because we only saw a few snippets there of the video. This video goes on, Gene, for about 7 hours.
Wow.
7 hours. This 18-year-old is restrained, and he receives 31 electrical shocks. And the Rotenberg Center attorneys and the attorneys representing the other doctors there are going to go piece by piece through this and say, look, this is treatment. They insist that this is treatment. And they also point out that Mrs. McCollins signed off to have her son subjected to electric shocks. Now, she says, hey, I signed off on it, but I didn't think this is what I was signing off for. So it is going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
We hear Andre McCollins screaming on the video. Do we hear anything else at all?
Well, a very interesting thing came up in court yesterday as the mother testified, and the lawyer asked her, what else do you hear there? And she says, I can hear the staff members in that room while her son is on the floor receiving these shocks laughing. So she actually says they're laughing, which again goes to what the heck was going on in there.
Now, the trial's underway in Norfolk Superior Court. Opening statements yesterday. Can we expect more of this video is going to be played today?
Absolutely. We are expecting an expert for Mrs. McCollins' side, Andre McCollins' side, to get up there, and the attorney representing the McCollins actually going through the tape. So we are expecting to see a lot more of this video played out. Trial expected to last at least a couple of weeks.
And I know this isn't something that's focusing on the case right now, but we've had some lawmakers who have been very concerned about what goes on there. Potential that this case, the outcome of this case, may lead to this type of treatment being banned overall in Massachusetts?
We'll see. New York has already said people cannot be subjected from New York to this, and the Rotenberg Center is appealing that. Massachusetts also passed a regulation saying that new people going in there cannot be subjected to it, although the Rotenberg Center says that doesn't apply, and they're prepared to fight it out. But clearly, having this video out there sheds more light on this issue.
Fascinating case. You're doing a great job covering, Mike. We do appreciate it. Thanks for coming in this morning as well. Let's send it over to Sarah.
All right.